What's going on, guys? Crypto Renegade here, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about Engrave deciding to go open source. Is this a response to what happened with Ledger, and are there risks doing this? But before I jump into the content, I just completely revamped my website, bitcoinlockup.com. I've got some real exciting stuff coming there, and you can always preview my newest videos there before they hit YouTube or any other platform. There will also be some bonus exclusive content coming that will not be made available anywhere else. It's time to upset the established order. I just want to say thank you for your patience and welcome back as I'm getting back into making more content. In today's video, I wanted to address the recent announcement of Engrave taking a gradual approach to going open source, what that actually means for the future of Engrave, and for that matter of every single cold storage crypto hardware wallet company moving forward in the wake of Ledger's admission that they can in fact access your private keys if they have to. Whether you already have an Engrave device or you are in the market for a new trusted crypto hardware wallet, or just simply want to learn more about open source code and how that all works, I will link the entire article down below so that you can review the entire thing yourself, which I recommend that you do. But here are some of the key highlights that I personally want to address. And here's what their CTO, Xavier, said, quote, "Hi, Engrave community. I would like to share my vision for open source. Our unwavering commitment is to ensure the highest level of security for our users. Security is not merely a feature of our device, it is the foundation upon which we built our entire ecosystem. At Engrave, we strongly believe in the power of open source. We understand the benefits it brings in terms of transparency, collaboration, and community-driven security. However, we also acknowledge that open source alone is not sufficient to achieve maximum security. It is just one piece of the puzzle, and we must carefully consider various elements to create a truly safe solution. To this end, we have designed a completely air-gapped device that relies on QR code communication. By eliminating USB, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, 4G, and NFC connectivity, we eliminate the vulnerabilities associated with remote attacks. This fortified design shields our users from taking potential hacking threats and eliminates any concerns regarding the misuse of communication channels. To sum this all up, there are pros and cons to every facet of security, especially when it comes to people's money. As you just heard, going open source isn't as a simple black and white decision with clear outcomes on either side. There are trade-offs that need to be considered, and understanding this will help you understand why this isn't as simple as a knee-jerk reaction to what we just saw with Ledger having most of their core hardware code and the announcement of their Ledger recovery service being closed source, even though because of the fierce backlash from the crypto community, they have now backpedaled on this and will open source the code, so they say. So let's go back to the article real quick. We allow our users to verify the content of every QR code, assuring them that Engrave operates precisely as claimed without any hidden activities or unauthorized data sharing. This stands in stark contrast to connected devices that are vulnerable to potential exploits through two-way communication channels. While open source is vital, it does have limitations. The principle of many eyes checking on our code holds true only if there are enough users reporting potential issues. However, we recognize that zero-day vulnerabilities may remain undisclosed. To address this concern, we have adopted a gradual open source approach, combining it with rigorous certifications and audits. Now, before I read on how they're going to achieve this, it's actually important for you to understand that last key point. becoming open source isn't everything. It's only as helpful as the amount of people are reporting issues and are actively engaged with working together for the common good of keeping vulnerabilities reported on time, if there are any. Otherwise, this could backfire very heavily. As he continues, quote, "We have meticulously designed our firmware with a non-secure firmware managing peripherals and secure firmware responsible for secure operations. Pursuing the highest security certification, EAL7, for our secure OS has been a top priority. To give our users the security they deserve, we worked closely with Proven Run to embed this EAL7 certified firmware. This certification ensures thorough testing and offers unparalleled protection. Additionally, we have implemented a secure element within our hardware wallet to provide the absolute highest level of protection for storing sensitive data, including private keys. Secure elements are widely regarded as the most secure chips available in the market due to their robust design and dedicated security features. However, it is important to note that the inner workings of secure elements are typically kept closed by the manufacturers. This closed nature helps maintain the integrity of the security measures implemented within that chip, preventing potential vulnerabilities from being exploited. I'm going to link the rest of this article down in the description so that you can read all of it in full, but I personally wanted to comment on that last thing that was said, which is the nature of secure element chips. Now, this is where private keys are stored, and the manufacturers who make these will not disclose how they work in detail, who has access to them, and or if there's any potential backdoors. Here comes in the level of trust. Most people wouldn't argue that this security standard is the more secure option in terms of storage of private keys, and it has been tested in numerous ways from hundreds of possible attack vectors. With that said, it doesn't make it perfect. And here is the trade-off that I mentioned earlier. Not to mention, it all comes down to transparency and trust. Intentions are extremely important. There's also an ethos in crypto that goes something like this: don't trust, verify. With open source of software code, firmware code, and hardware details that provide almost 99.9% of what you need to know to feel safe. There's still that 0.01% chance that's the problem. Now, the good news is that because this wallet is 100% offline in every possible way, it reduces virtually every single attack vector. And in my opinion, this is the best possible way of feeling secure when using self-custody and storing your own private keys offline. Not just because of how Engrave operates, but the design, which they basically have thought of everything, and trust me, I've looked into it, and the fact that they're now gradually going open source is the last remaining question that I personally had, which they recently just answered. That is what I use personally, and there are several reasons why, but I discussed this in a video that I shot late last year, and if you're interested in getting the best deal on this device on the web, the link is down below in the description if you want. And if you want me to do another video of how the private key generation process on this device is inherently different and more secure than any other crypto hardware wallet out there, comment down below and let me know. And until next time, Crypto Renegade out.